Proton E-Mars 7 intelligence that electrifies. Real. जमघट जहाँ रियल पार्टी पैक त्यहाँ नयाँ गुड नाइट फ्लैश और लिक्विड वेपोराइजर भन्दा 2 गुना बढी प्रभावशाली.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
Talks between the government and transport operators proceed over the demands. Meanwhile, Nepal faces serious challenges in implementing its budget due to coordination issues affecting government spending. On the weather front, the monsoon has arrived earlier than usual, putting millions of residents in Koshi province at risk of disasters. Good evening, I am April Agising Lama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Government holds ongoing talks with transport operators on 7-point demands. Nationwide strikes disrupts daily life as fare rates surge amidst limited options. Prime Minister Oli, Congress President Doba and CPN Maoist chaired the Hall meet to resolve the House deadlock. Leaders convene ahead of budget session as opposition demand Home Minister's resignation. Russia and Ukraine hold peace talks in Istanbul after trading overnight attacks. Moscow and Kyiv continue strikes as Zelensky warns of new sanctions if talks fail. And Nepal's national men's football team bid farewell before friendly international match against Hong Kong, also prepared to face Laos in the AFC Asian Cup qualifier. The government and the transport entrepreneurs reached an agreement today. The government called the transport operators for talks after the Public Transport Protection Struggle Committee announced an indefinite transport strike across the country starting today. There will be 8 members from various ministries on behalf of the government and 4 members from transport entrepreneurs and workers in the committee. The meeting has decided not to implement the law related to ride-sharing services introduced recently by the Gandaki province. The Gandaki province government had passed the regulations pertaining to ride-sharing through the cabinet meeting on May 14. The Supreme Court on June 27, 2024 had urged the government to fast-track the regulation of ride-sharing services. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, Congress President Sher Bahadur Doba and the leader of the main opposition party, CPN Maoist Center, Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal, are meeting at Singadarbar shortly to discuss issues including ending the parliamentary deadlock. Prime Minister Oli's secretariat has stated that the meeting between the top leaders of the 3 parties was scheduled for 4 p.m. This meeting is taking place amidst the opposition party's ongoing obstruction of parliament, demanding the resignation of Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak. Discussions on the government's budget for the upcoming year are scheduled to begin in the parliament from tomorrow. Now, Prime Minister and CPN-UML Chair KP Sharma Oli has directed his party's parliamentarians to be prepared to run the parliament, stating that the opposition is trying to obstruct the House by demanding the resignation of Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak without any evidence. Addressing the CPN-UML parliamentary party meeting held at the Parliament building today, Prime Minister Oli said that the opposition's obstruction of the House is against democracy. He also mentioned that the regular activities of the Parliament will resume from tomorrow. Prime Minister Oli stated that rushing to support any group on the streets with certain demands and also obstructing the Parliament will aid regression and hinder democracy.
हामीलाई रिस उठेको छ गृहमन्त्री, त्यसकारण राजीनामा गर्नु पर्यो। यस्ता कुराले संसद अवरोध हुँदैन। म स्पष्ट भन्न चाहन्छु, तपाईहरु मेन्टली तयार भएर बस्नुस्। संसद अवरोध हुँदैन। यसरी संसद अवरोध चल्दैन यो। जहिले पनि संसद अवरोध, 2 जना उठ्यो, करायो, हल्ला गर्यो, संसद अवरोध त्यसरी हुन सक्दैन। त्यसकारण उहाँहरु कराउनु होला, तर संसद अगाडि बढाउनु पर्छ। यसै ढंगले धेरै भयो, उहाँहरुको ज्यादती पनि धेरै भयो क्या, अब अति नै भयो।
Prime Minister Oli also urged the parliamentarians to present logical arguments in favor of the budget. Now, the ruling Nepali Congress has concluded that breaching the constitutional limits through unconstitutional means is inappropriate. A meeting of the Nepali Congress office bearers and former office bearers held today at the residence of President Sher Bahadur Deuba of the Nepali Congress in Buralin Kanta concluded that it is not appropriate for royalists to make unconstitutional demands. The Congress has stated that it will also discuss the issue in the upcoming Central Committee meeting and make a concrete decision.
संविधानको रक्षा गर्ने जिम्मेवारी पनि हाम्रो हुन्छ र जति पनि विषयवस्तुहरू अनुभवका आधारमा सुधार गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ त्यसको निर्कोल पनि फेरि जनप्रतिनिधि संस्था संसदले नै त्यसलाई अगाडि बढाउँछ त्यसै हुनाले हामीले संविधान संशोधनका विषयहरू पनि अगाडि बढाउनु पर्छ भनेर चाहिँ यो सरकारले भनेको हो त्यसै हुनाले संविधानको घेरा गैर संवैधानिक तरिकाबाट तोड्ने कुरा चाहिँ अनुचित हो सम्बन्धित पक्षले यसमा गम्भीरताका साथ लिनुपर्छ भन्ने नै हाम्रो ठहर छ यस विषयमा फेरि हाम्रो पार्टीको केन्द्रीय समितिको बैठक चाँडै बस्छ
The meeting also decided to make the party more active in protecting the achievements granted by the Constitution, including republic and inclusiveness. Similarly, discussions were also held on how to face the challenges of economic transformation in the upcoming days. Leaders also stated that discussions were held regarding the conventions of the sister organizations. The Nepali Congress had asked the sister organizations to hold their conventions by the end of the Nepali month of Chaitra. However, as most of the organizations could not hold their conventions within the stipulated time, discussions were also held today on finalizing this before the upcoming Central Committee meeting. Now, moving on, Governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank, Bishro Podal, has stated that the monetary policy will be formulated in a way that bank loans are not limited to the access of only a few individuals. He said that it would benefit the country more if small loans reach many people rather than a large amount of loan going to a selected few. Participating in a discussion on the bill to amend the Bank and Financial Institutions Act 2073 at today's meeting of the Finance Committee, Governor Podal stated that if loans are concentrated among a limited number of people, it will not benefit the nation. He indicated that the monetary policy will be formulated in such a way that even the lower strata of society can utilize loans. Governor Podal informed that the Nepal Rashtra Bank will study whether those utilizing agricultural loans have intentionally faced problems or have encountered issues despite conducting business honestly.
व्यवसाय गर्न हामी कहिले सिकाउँदैन हामीले किसानलाई व्यवसाय बनाउने कसरी भनेर पनि क्याम्पसमा सिकाउँदैन र हरेक कुरा चाहिँ पहिलोपल्ट गर्दाखेरि मान्छे फेल हुने चान्स बढी हुन्छ फेरि एकपल्ट व्यवसाय गर्यो अनि फेल भयो फेरि दोहोऱ्याएर गर्यो भने त्यसको सक्सेसफुल हुने चान्स बढी हुन्छ.
The governor also mentioned that despite the accumulation of foreign currency reserves, the country has not been able to benefit from it, and now policies will be adopted to make good use of it. In the meeting, former Finance Minister Gyanendra Bahadur Karki requested a written opinion from Nepal Rashtra Bank on whether bankers and business persons should be separated or not. Likewise, Committee Chair Santosh Talise informed that the Parliament would direct Nepal Rashtra Bank. Now, in the upcoming fiscal year, the 7 provincial governments will receive a total grant of 97.564 billion Nepali rupees. The Ministry of Finance, while publicizing the details of financial transfers going to the provinces And local levels has stated that in the upcoming fiscal year 2082, 83 BS 400.17 billion in grants will be distributed from the federal government to the provinces and local levels. According to the Ministry of Finance, in the upcoming fiscal year, the 7 provinces will receive a total grant of 97.564 billion Nepali rupees, while the 753 local levels will receive a grant of 300.20 billion rupees. Among the local levels, 11 billion 750 million Nepali rupees has been allocated to metropolitan cities, 11 billion 380 million rupees to sub-metropolitan cities, and 100.43 billion rupees will go to municipalities. 100.54 billion rupees will be allocated to rural municipalities. The national men's football team, which will play a friendly international match against Hong Kong and an AFC Asian Cup qualifier against Laos, has been bid farewell. At a program organized at the ANFA headquarters in Saddobato on Monday, Minister for Youth and Sports Tejulal Chaudhary bid farewell to the team. Minister Chaudhary wished the team success. Nepal will play a friendly match against Hong Kong on Thursday and will compete against Laos in the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers on 10th of June. In their previous qualifier match, Nepal was defeated 2-0 by Malaysia. For the matches against Hong Kong and Laos, head coach Matt Ross announced the 23-member final squad on Monday. Kushal Dewa and Sirzan Raj Gautam have made their debut in the international team.